Hi, I'm Suzette, and I am a recovering burnout person. What I did was document my journey so far for the past 2 years since the summer and it's been a difficult time. I've learned a lot, and through that I've come close and have learned to change directions and also believe in myself more than what I did before when I allowed myself to burn out. I'd like to share with you my story and how it has helped me get to be more confident in who I am. I also wanted to give you a heads up. I use astrological influences that has helped me document and understand how my journey and how to use astrology to help me get through the waters, because it was very watery during my time. I hope you will stick around and hear my story. Thanks for being here.
This is me during highlights of my career, and the following video is an excerpt I would say about 6 weeks after I left my job. The transit that really kind of cut it was Uranus was conjunct Mars, and that was July 15th, 2024. That's whenever I left. I'm recovering from burnout. I'm on the journey to recover from burnout. It's been 60 days, and since I've quit my job, and I thought I would be feeling ready to get going and starting back up again, and I realized that I'm not there. It's not only the job that I had before I left that I held for like 4 years. It was also the jobs that I had 4 years prior to that, and then another 4 years prior to that. It was a long time coming. I just kept going. I kept jumping into different jobs, changing up my different ways, thinking, well, also trying to improve my life with my, job titles and pay grades, and, trying to make myself be in a better place, use my college degree, and all kinds of things that are like that. So I just don't think I don't think I approach my life in a healthy manner. I think I was way too focused on getting to a prize without really nurturing myself as well, which has kind of led me to here. And now here I am. I'm taking a true break. I picked up, I say that, but I've maintained a very busy schedule, but doing things that I enjoy, that I love to do, that are important to me, I feel that are things that I've put off these past years, working for a bunch of other people and trying to impress and do as much as I can, and also like impress myself and everyone else. But really, what was that for? Yes, I helped people, but I don't think I was helping myself that much along the way. So And I'm just kind of noticing that. I'm finally seeing that. So that makes a big difference, that I'm actually kind of lining that up. It's a breakthrough for me. I'm glad about that. I am. Today was my first day at a part-time job that is very much not anything that I had really, I have a part-time job. It's a nice little job. I'm calling it my therapy job. And today I got to set some boundaries for myself because I had a chance to kind of, accept additional work, and it's my first day, and these people need help. Normally I do something one way. This time I did something a totally different way, and I said no. Because I could react. My body completely reacted. I could feel it. I mean, I totally turned all the triggers. It was triggering. I was like, oh, I can't, I just couldn't. I was very surprised about my reaction, but, I'm giving myself grace to have that. It is what it is, and I realized I need a lot more time. I can't rush this. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take the time that I need, and I'm going to work on feeling more secure about decisions that I make to take care of myself. I must say, when I quit my job, it was freedom. I mean, we were already kind of like, I'm going to give you 3 weeks, the whole corporate speak, to turn around and start reporting a bunch of shit to me. And I was already I've already checked out a year ago, but I'm still here, actually. And I really checked out a year before I left my job, checked out in my heart. So which made the following time that I continue to stay, it really, when you're just it zaps you, it takes away from you. And I myself wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do anyways, besides just become an entrepreneur, a creative entrepreneur. So I stayed, and plus I was so busy that I didn't have time. I was too tired to really look for work or try to make a plan. And it wasn't until the spring of the year that I quit, it was I can't do this again. Can I go another cycle? Can I go another, because of the way the business flowed. I was I don't know if I can go another cycle. And I was ending the near of that cycle. And I'm I think I got to get out of here. I don't know how. And so I sat on it like an egg and really was trying to figure out how I was going to implement GTFO. And so I know that things that I've already worked through, that I allowed happen to me at the job, I gave my power away in my position. I was managing many things and many projects, and I didn't have enough help. The usual. I'm sure people have heard this before, and probably have experienced it before too. And then you ask for help, but there's limited funds to support that, and you just got to work better or something. And it wasn't until after I left that, and reflection, that I realized that, well, obviously the career that I chose was not in alignment with
with what I was wanting to do. I thought it was because it was fun. I was going out, I was networking and meeting a bunch of people and having all this fun, for the sake of work and being a representative. But it just was, it was fulfilling in a fun way. Like, I looked good, I could wear nice clothes, I could have nice food, be with fun people. Well, they weren't really fun people, they were just business people, but I tried to make the best out of it, and I felt important. But it was only just for temporary, I guess, for a little while, that only lasted for so long, the satisfaction of it, before I just became overwhelmed with work. And anyway, so after the last big project was done, maybe 2 weeks later, I was like, I gotta get out of here so bad. And I did. And by 3 weeks, so a total month after that project was done, I was out. And talk about freedom. I felt so good. It was great. So that's what told me I made a good decision. Now, everything else that came upon it, that was rough. What came upon it was the anxiety of having to pay for bills, do all the payment, do what's necessary to have a living and roof over your head and feed and all that stuff. Luckily, I had some money backed up, and because I quit, I didn't really do the whole unemployment thing, but I was too, it was too emotional. I needed space.